Hey, welcome back everybody. It's great to be with you. It's a beautiful day on campus, just lovely. We're in spring break, so it's quite quiet. We have very few students on campus. A few of the student athletes are around, but otherwise it's very quiet, which I know the monastic community appreciates these moments of silence, you know, where they're a little more quiet. As much as they love students, I think they enjoy like this little tiny break of time for themselves. We have a number of students visiting on campus, prospective students. I think there's 8 visiting today. We always have, every day there's students that visit the college, but we have 8 of them visiting today, and 6 out of the 8 are from all over the country. We have people from California and Colorado and Wisconsin and a number of other states. And I don't know if many people know, but more than half of our students actually come from outside of North Carolina. So it's just great to see those students and welcome them on campus. I was just back from the National Catholic Prayer Breakfast, which we had up in Washington, D.C. It was a great event. I mean, just packed. There must have been about 1,200 people there. And one thing that I've found interesting over the years of going is Belmont Abbey College is becoming more and more known. People think so well of us. I can't tell you how many people come up to me at this breakfast, literally hundreds, who just are so happy to see us and talk to us and ask how Belmont Abbey's doing and so forth. So it's been a real benefit to be there. Not just, it's obviously the prayer is the most important part of why we're there, but it is wonderful to be around so many people that know the place and think so well of us and think so well of you. So that was wonderful. We also had a meeting at the Belmont House up there with our advisory board. That was wonderful. Nina Shea was there, who's just world-renowned in her work on religious liberty, especially on an international scale in the Middle East and other places. We're going to be honoring her with the Benedictine Leadership Institute award this year, and so we can't wait to have her come visit. Nursing, there's a nursing exploration event that's happening next Thursday over at the nursing suite with all the labs and so forth, and they're just looking forward to having many new prospective nurses come to check out the facilities and the faculty. Athletics, 87 of our students were actually named Academic All-Conference. I mean, that's really remarkable. It just tells you about the balance and quality of our students, that they are recognized in so many different ways, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And there's also great news. Justin Bates and Gabby Rappel, both our associate ADs, are doing something interesting. They're going to actually flip their roles. So Justin had been very focused on internal events within the college, operations and so forth, and Gabby was focused externally. They're now going to switch roles. And so I think that's interesting for them, and I hope that'll be an exciting change for them. And even from a professional development standpoint, that's just a wonderful thing, I think, for their careers and for their experiences and so forth. So if you see them, congratulate them, wish them well on their new endeavor. And then Peyton Filippi, a women's golfer, had a career best. She finished in the top 5 for the first time, and so wish her just great congratulations, and hopefully there'll be many more of those to come. Lacrosse had a great victory against Embry-Riddle, and they'll be starting, I guess, back into now full conference play at this point. Track and field has a meet at UNCC, University of North Carolina, Charlotte. It's called the 49er Classic, and so that's kind of the beginning. They've had a couple of meets, but this is, again, a continuation of the beginning of the outdoor season, so we wish them all well. And then next week, next Tuesday, is St. Benedict's Day. And so it's a special day here on campus. Actually, there's no classes, and everybody's encouraged to participate in a number of different events that we have around campus, some lectures, and obviously we have Mass here and prayers and Vespers and so forth. And it's just a wonderful time to acknowledge our roots, you know, that go back 1,500 years to St. Benedict. And so it's a wonderful day here. It means so much to the monastic community, and so they love when we participate with them in these things. So I encourage all of you to be part of that next Tuesday. And then, of course, I always finish with birthdays. You know, we're so blessed to have those individuals here at our campus. And Dr. Shane Gomes, who's the chair of our psychology department, it's his birthday, and I just am so grateful for all that he does and the wonderful work in leading the psychology department and just growing it and developing it and integrating it into the whole college. So I'm just so happy and grateful, and a happy birthday to him. And then there's Mr. Colin Croat, who's Assistant Director of Residence Life. Again, just does a wonderful job with all of our students. Girish Gupta is an Associate Professor of Computer Studies, and Girish is just a wonderful, good man. I don't know anybody who champions the Abbey more than Girish. I mean, he's written articles, he's writing poems, he just does so much. Just his love for the place is inspirational to me. Melissa Hortzman, who's an assistant professor of nursing, relatively new to the Abbey, but we're just so happy that she's here and the whole growth of that new program. You have Tom McAllister, Dr. Tom McAllister, who's our Vice Provost and Dean of Students, and we're just blessed to have Tom here. Just a wonderful, good man who's such a great leader, and I have such, I guess, such a confidence in him leading our student life here that I know our students are in the best of hands with Tom's leadership. Mrs. Norma McKee, who's a police investigator for campus police, she's just wonderful. Emily Powers, the head coach for the acro and tumbling team. She's amazing, and I tell you, I already told you about acro and tumbling, that I'm just amazed at all that they do. Lindsay Janae Raphael is our Director of Admissions and Operations. Lindsay is amazing. I'm just in awe of what she pulls off every time we have an Abbey experience or other admissions event on campus, and again, I'm just so grateful for all that she does. Miss Regina Scoraby, she's a cataloging tech assistant in the library and has just done so much. She's just a wonderful person, and our students, I know, are just think so much of her and are so blessed to have her working there. And a really special birthday, Father Chris, who is the prior here at the Abbey, and gosh, has just, I don't want to date him here, but he's had generations of students who just love him. When they come back, they can't wait to see him and speak with him. He also heads the Benedictine Volunteer Corps, which is where our students go and volunteer. Right now they're doing it at Indian reservations. We used to be able to go over to Africa and so forth. With COVID and so forth, we switched up a little bit, so they're doing the missionary work here in the United States. But they make a really significant investment and sacrifice of their time. I think the men go for 9 months, so it's no small undertaking, and Father Chris leads that and prepares them and then kind of stays with them all through and nurtures them through, and so he's just done a wonderful job there. So we wish him a very special and happy birthday. So if anybody you see there that I've listed, just make sure you stop them and thank them so much for being born. We're just so happy that they're here and they're part of the Abbey. So I hope to see you around campus sometime soon. Until then, take care and God bless.